Amanda with EggCartonsdotcom. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Vintage Egg Carton. We do offer the Vintage Egg Carton in both the printed and the non-printed version, but today we're going to focus a little bit on the printed version. The Vintage Egg Carton stands out a little bit different than your stock gray carton, not only for its old-timey print, but also because of its shape. The Vintage Egg Carton is more of a square design rather than your elongated rectangle design that most 2x6 cartons have. The reason for that is because this actually holds your eggs in 3x4 cell design rather than the standard 2x6. The great thing about the printed Vintage Egg Carton is that it still has all your pertinent information, such as your nutrition facts as well as your FDA safe handling instructions. Today we're going to talk about how to unpack your Vintage Egg Cartons. Vintage Egg Cartons are shipped slightly different than the 2x6 cartons, so sometimes they give us a little bit of difficulty. Being the way that they're packed, they sometimes shift in shipping and they can become compressed. So today we're going to go over how exactly to uncompress those cartons and get them apart without ripping or breaking your egg cartons. So here with me today I have a bundle of 200 egg cartons. This is the stock bundle count on the Vintage Egg Cartons. If you're ordering 200 or more, this is how you can expect to receive your egg cartons. They will be in bundles of 200 wrapped in a bag in a box. So now, let's go ahead and open our bundle of egg cartons and see what's inside. See here that I've gone ahead and I've removed the plastic from my egg cartons. Now we're going to start separating them. Before we do that, we're going to separate them in quantities of 10. As you can see here, the egg cartons are resting inside each other's lids, but they're also in an alternating pattern. So you have your 10 cells over here, and then you have another 10 cells over here with all of their lids resting on top of each other. This is done because if you stack the Vintage Egg Cartons all in one stack with all of the bottoms in the cells resting on top of each other, you end up with like an accordion, and it doesn't make for good shipping. So with doing this, we're able to make a more square pattern, and it makes for easier shipping. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start by removing in sections of 10. So you can see how easy that was. I just lifted and removed, and we've got a stack of 10. So we're going to put those aside for now. And now I'm going to remove this side, and as you can see, the lids kind of got stuck together. So I'm not going to continue pulling because that's going to rip my lid off of my egg carton. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach in the bottom here, and I'm going to slightly push on this lid to push it down so that I can remove this count of 10. Now that we have a couple count of 10s removed, I'm going to show you how to remove each individual egg carton from that stack of 10. Alright, here I have a stack of 10 egg cartons. This is where the tricky part comes in. The one thing you want to keep in mind is you always want to focus on the bottom cells. You never want to pull at the tops. The tops are much thinner in material and they're much more fragile. So as you begin to pull these, they are easier to rip than the bottom cells. So we're always going to focus on the bottom, and we're going to work on the bottoms. So to start, you want to grab the bottom cells here. Any ones will do. You want to grab those with one hand, and with the other hand, you want to grab the posts on the top. So when you do that, what we're going to do is we're going to slightly pull, and we're going to shake at the same time, kind of loosening up that friction there, and kind of wiggle them apart. So now I have removed 4 or so, and now I have 2 different bundles. So I'm going to put one aside so we can work on that one later. But then from here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to grab, and I'm going to wiggle. I'm going to work my way back and forth to kind of loosen the grip of the other cartons, and I'm just going to keep moving back and forth. And you can kind of feel them as you're moving. You can feel them separating from each other. So we're just going to keep going. And now here I only have 2 left, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab the cell underneath, and grab the top, and I'm just going to kind of wiggle just a little bit to kind of loosen that grip. And then there you have it. Now you have your egg cartons separated in nice, neat egg cartons, and now they're ready to be used at the farmer's market with your farm fresh eggs. I hope this video helps you separate your Vintage Egg Cartons when you receive your next order from EggCartonsdotcom. Go ahead and make sure you subscribe to our page and you like this video and follow along for more content to come. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to email us at info@eggcartons.com.